Okay, good morning, Rosario. So I'm actually making it as a video because this way it's visual and you'll see exactly what we're looking at. So let's start off with what we know. This is a spreadsheet that I normally just enter the information and the borrower is able to see exactly what they qualify for. So you earn, let me see my notes. Hold on a second. You earn approximately $52,296. Okay. So the rule of thumb. Okay, this comes from there are two agencies in the country that buy mortgages: Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Those are what most real estate agents and people know as conventional loans. And then you have HUD, which is the government division. They have FHA. But between all three, they all work the same in the sense that what they limit you is an expense based on income, because that's logical, right? If you only make a certain amount of money, you can only spend a certain amount of your money towards mortgage. So this is what I'm trying to create. So basically, you earn $4,358, $358. And according to HUD, the maximum, not only HUD and Fannie Mae, the maximum you can spend on the mortgage, not the expenses you have personally, but the mortgage is 45%. That means that the maximum mortgage payment could be $1,961. And I want you to keep that in mind because that's going to limit you on how much you can afford. Okay. So here is now something I'm going to throw in there. If you go to the Tamarack, because you and I spoke about the Tamarack down payment assistance, Tamarack will issue you money. The issue with Tamarack is that they limit you to a percent. Here, let me look at lender guidelines. Basically, what its instructions to us as a lender. But it says a maximum debt ratio, meaning the maximum you can afford if they were to give you money, is 35%. So instead of now we have 4,300, I think 58 times 0.35, your mortgage went from $1,900 to 1,500, just to round numbers off. So that means you could, in theory, they don't want your mortgage to be higher because they're giving you money. And at the back end, meaning what the maximum with credit card payments, car payments, everything in between, no more than 45%. And I want you to keep that in mind because going forward, it's going to make sense to you. Okay, so what do I know about? I have not ran your credit. So we're just going to leave debts zero. Okay, no student loans, no credit card debts, child support. We're going to leave it at zero. That means that the maximum debt you can afford is 45%. And if, let's say, you have an automobile and it pushes your your debt to over 50%, we're then going to have to reduce the mortgage amount, because like a car is something I can't take off unless you pay it off. But here we go. So if interest rates right now are in the eights, okay, they just are. So let's go to Broward County, BCPA.net. I believe we spoke about Broward, Tamarack. First thing you want to know is what would you pay for taxes on a property? So I always estimate the your payment on the high end was 1,961. That would be something like $196,000 property, because normally your mortgage is 1% of the loan amount. So to round it off, we're going to say 200,000, which is almost a $2,000 payment. Okay, so we're going to say you're looking to buy in Tamarack. You're going to pay $200,000 for the property. You're going to have homestead, and your taxes would be 3,321. So, all right. Since I'm assuming you would be buying a condo, you're just going to be paying like $95. I mean, 900 to 1,100 bucks. So we're going to round it off a year. And I'm going to place this at 200,000, which is what I stated. And I'm doing the regular 5% down. And that puts me at 43%. So in theory, oh, wait, sorry. this would have a homeowners association. The homeowners association is definitely like 460, somewhere in that range. You're going to have mortgage insurance. You'll have insurance, taxes. So this puts you at 54%. As you see, we're over. That number cannot go over 45. So we have two options. We either place more money down, 20%. At 20%, we would remove the mortgage insurance. And as you see, we're still at 45. So 25% down. And I'm doing this so you can get to see how placing significant amount of money down doesn't really reduce your payments. This is something people believe it does, but no, because one thing you cannot reduce is your taxes, insurance, and your homeowners association. And if you were to add those up, you'll notice that they're almost or more than your mortgage payment. Okay. So that's why I'm making my illustration this way. So now I know that $1,900 is the payment that you're able to afford under traditional conventional. Now you said you wanted probably assistance. Tamarack will issue $60,000. Okay, but as you saw with Tamarack, they want this to be at 35%. Okay, so the purchase price is still 200,000. Tamarack already gave you the 60, so now you got to come in with money to bring this down to 35%. Um, okay, so we're in that range. We're in that range. I'd say, we can work something out around here. But notice you stated to me you had $100,000 in savings, and I told you you're going to have to come in with money, even if you get the down payment assistance. So you would have to spend about $47,000 of your own money in order to make, because Tamarack, that's how they kind of tell you got to come in with your own money. Yes, they're going to give you 60,000, but at the same token, they definitely want the mortgage payment to be closer to $1,500. So this is how they're forcing. Well, they're not forcing that. If you want the money, that's what you're going to have to do. So, um, yeah, $47,000. That's that is the way it works. So with that said, if you do not want to put any of your money down and you're saying, you know what, I mean, you don't want the assistance, because a lot of, then I'll have clients tell me, look, I don't want no assistance. This is fine. We know that the number here is 45%. So 5% down, 10%. I'm going to do like 15%, 15, 47. And the reason I'm keeping it at 200 is because I've been doing searches for condos. I've been always searching. I've been in the business 20 plus years, but in the last few weeks, I've been intensively looking at, and these properties are in this price. I mean, they are. I'm not telling you can't get something at 150, but even if you get something at 150, you're looking at an HOA still at four something. And let me reduce this, let's say, to 150, okay? Because you want something in Lauderdale. I think that's like the only area right now. Lauderdale, Lauderhill, Inverary, that area. So you're looking at 150. Notice that 15% down, and I don't even have mortgage insurance. It's at 40. Here, it would be 150. So let me go back here to change this. $2,200. All right. Now, oops. Let's take away. This is because I'm doing this with how much you could put down, minimum, maximum. So you can go to 45%. So let's go to 45%. Let me go here. And let me add mortgage insurance. Hold on a second. Sorry. Point 0.85 divided by 12. That's the zero. Hold on a second. Zero. Okay. So mm, you're at 43%. I'm gonna say maybe you can do 160, 170. It will, because it increases your a little bit your mortgage, your taxes. So you're looking about 160 with 5% down. But this is going to run you $15,000. Now, if you take, if you decide to do county, remember county, to buy 200, you're going to have to put 40 something, almost $50,000 down out of real money. If you want to try to take this, if you can find something, the problem is it's got to be Tamarack, and in Tamarack, you're not going to find it. Let me go to Zillow. I'm just there. It has to be city specific, and that is the problem we always run into, because within the city, you're just not going to find, let's say, $200,000 maximum, and you want. I don't remember if you want. I don't really recall. Okay, so 170 had. Let me see this. Hold on a second. CDHOA 679. I'm just picking different ones because usually $519. I'm just looking for the. I'm trying to get an idea of what 500. This says 463, but it could be, it cannot be. Right now, they're starting to increase. This is what I would believe was last year. This year, I think they're closer to 500. So let me go here and place. Actually, why did I do that? $500. And now the county is going to want you to place money down, so we're going to put, let's say, 30% down. That the county will probably do that if you can locate something in that price range, because you're at 34%. Now, remember, you cannot have a lot of expense. I'm going to just put a car here of $200, $300, $400. Let me see. 450. What I'm trying to do is get this number back to 45, just to make sure that we don't exceed. So between credit card payments, student loans, everything you have cannot exceed $450. And you're still going to have to come in. Technically speaking, it's the 3% rule. So this will be close to $6,000 will be fine. That's what you're going to have to come in with if you can locate something in that price range. Anyway, that is it. Any questions? Let me know.